In this video lecture, let us see what are the problems and how to solve the problems which are based on the forced convection. So to understand the forced convection problem, one should be knowing he should be giving the velocity where one has to change that velocity into Reynolds number to know whether the flow is laminar or turbulent. Once the turbulent or laminar is obtained, then he can easily find the Nusselt number. The Nusselt number is nothing but HL by K, right? Where H stands for convective transfer coefficient, L is the thickness or the length, and divided by thermal conductivity. Therefore, Q can be easily found out by using H into A into delta T, where H is a convective heat transfer coefficient, A is the surface area, and delta T is the temperature difference between the surface and the surrounding. So, this is a general procedure that is followed in case of a convective heat transfer coefficient, that in particular case of a forced convection problems. Let us solve the first problem, that is given air at 20 degrees centigrade over a plate which is 200 mm wide and 500 mm long. The plate is maintained at 100 degrees centigrade. Find the heat loss per hour from the plate. If the air is flowing parallel to 500 mm side with the 2 meter per second velocity, what will be the effect on heat transfer if the flow is parallel to 200 mm side? So what is given? The first we have to note down what are the things that have been given. The fluid is air. Fluid is a air. That is a very essential to find out the properties. Then it is 20 degrees centigrade. So T surface is a T surface is a 20 degree centigrade, right? And over a plate which is a 200 mm wide. So width of the plate is given as a 200 mm. 200 mm. We want everything in a meter, so we'll convert that into 0.2 meter. Then and 500 mm long. So length is equal to 0.5 meter. Given is in mm, I am converted into meter. Then the plate is maintained at a 100 degree centigrade. So T um, T surface, right? T surface is 100 degree centigrade. What we mentioned earlier, that is a T surrounding. That should be T surrounding, right? To air at this is a surrounding temperature. That was a 20 degree centigrade. Find the heat loss. So what is the heat loss? He is asking us per hour if the flow parallel to 500 m side, right? For the parallel to 500 m, velocity is given to be 2 meter per second velocity. And what is the effect of heat loss parallel to 200? So both the sides, both the cases, one is supposed to find out. So to find out the first step, you have to find out T temperature of the film. Temperature of the film has to be found out. So that is nothing but T surface plus T infinity divided by 2. So if it is to be taken, then it is a 100 degree plus 20 degree divided by 2. That is 120 degree. That is equal to 120 degree by 60 degree. So I am supposed to find out the properties of properties of air at a 60 degree centigrade. So properties of air at a 60 degree centigrade we have to find out. So that is available in the data handbook, the page number that is available in page number 33, and that is for the air. So if you refer that one, density is equal to 1.06 kg per meter cube. Viscosity is 18.97 into 10 to the power minus 6 meter square per second, and K value is equal to 0.0896 watt per meter degree centigrade, and Prandtl number is equal to 0.696. So with these values, I am supposed to find out the Reynolds number. and Reynolds number is found out by the way using the formula UL rho UL by mu, or I can use UL by mu, where U is the velocity, L is the length, and this is the viscosity. So let us find out the Reynolds number. To find out the Reynolds number, we have to substitute the given values. Reynolds number is equal to 2 into 10 to the power. No, there is no need of 10 to the power here. So we can use directly 2 into 0.5 divided by the viscosity, that is 18.96 into 10 to the power minus 6. So on substitution we'll get this as a 5.27 into 10 to the power 4. So the Reynolds number, if it is more than 5 into 10 to the power 5, then only it is considered as a turbulent, right? It is considered as a turbulent if it's more than, right? But in this case, I have got the value to be 10 to the power 4, which is less than. So here the flow, therefore the flow in this case is a laminar. That is the first thing we are supposed to find out. So we have to find out the case one. What is the case one? Case one is nothing but for a plate under laminar flow condition, I have to find out the Nusselt number, and the correlation. If we refer the handbook, the correlation, the average correlation Nusselt number is equal to 2 Nu is equal to 2 into 0.332 Reynolds to the power zero point 0.5 and Prandtl to the power 0.33. So this one, if I use as a my correlation to find out the first value, so here I can use this one, and I can see this is a Nusselt number is equal to 0.664 into Reynolds number. I got to 5. Um, is it 27 or 57? I think it should be 5.57. It is 5.57 into 10 to the power 4 to the power zero point 0.5, and Prandtl number 0.696. This I got it from the data handbook, and to the power 0.33. If I find out that one, the Nusselt number obtained will be 138.894. These are dimensionless number, so there is no unit over here. So once the Nusselt number is found out, my next step is we know that Nusselt number is equal to HL by K. Since the average I have used, I have supposed to use the H over the average H value. And since Nusselt number is known for me, L is known, K is known, only I use the heat transfer coefficient. I can use Nusselt number into K by L is equal to H value. So H value, that is the average value. Substituting Nusselt number 138.894 into K value 0.0896 divided by length, that is 0.5. I'll get the H average value to be 8.044 watt per meter square degree centigrade. So we got the H value, and I have to find out the Q. Next one is to find out Q. Yes, to find out the Q, we have to use heat transfer coefficient, area, and temperature difference. So to find out the Q value, I'm using average convective heat transfer coefficient into area. Here area is nothing but surface area, right? The surface area means here what is the shape, that is very important. Here length into breadth in this case. In this case, I have to use a length into breadth. Then um, temperature difference, that is a surface and surrounding. Surface and the difference between surface and surrounding. So using here, I will get a H value to be average H value is 8.044 into surface area is 0.5 into 0.2. So that is length into width, and this is a 100 minus 20, right, we'll get on substitution, we'll get the Q value to be 64.352 watt, right? This is a Q value for the Q value. For the case 2, what is the case 2 has been asked. The values which are taken for the properties of air remain the same, but here one should be knowing that one I am keeping the flowing parallel to 200 mm side with a 2 meter per velocity. So here only change is the dimension to which the flow is kept parallel. So in the second case, if air is flowing, if air is flowing parallel, if air is parallel to 200 mm side, right, with the 2 meter per second, with the 2 meter per second velocity, right, I'll get a Reynolds number is equal to 2 into 0.2 divided by 18.96 into 10 to the power minus 6, or Reynolds number is equal to 2.11 into 10 to the power 4. So therefore, the Reynolds number we got as a laminar. To find out the Nusselt number, average Nusselt number, same relation what we have used, Nu, that is equal to 2 twice into 0.332 into Reynolds to the power zero point 0.5 Prandtl to the power 0.33. That is nothing but 0.664 into Reynolds number is a 2.11 into 10 to the power 4 into the power zero point 0.5, and Prandtl number is a 0.696 to the power 0.333. So the Nusselt number what we get is 85.48. Once the Nusselt number is got, we are supposed to find out the convective heat transfer coefficient and heat transfer. So the convective heat transfer coefficient Nu can be found out. We have Nusselt number is equal to HL by K average if they are using. So here, if I to use to find out H value, then H value is equal to Nusselt number into K by L. So using that relation, 85.48 into 0.0896 divided by L is 0.2. Right. The value what we get is so length is not 2 here. I hope the length should be pointer. Then should be 0.2. It is kept parallel to that one. So the H value will be 12.375 watt per meter square degree centigrade. Last left out is a Q value. To find out Q value, we are using H, convective transfer area, surface area, and delta T. So here substituting the values 12.375, and length is the area, and width and temperature difference is 100 minus 20. That turns to be Q is equal to 99 watt. So in the first case, we got Q value to be 64 and watt, and in this case it is a 99 watt. Let us solve the next problem. In a certain glass making process, a square plate of glass 1 square meter area and 3 mm thick heated uniformly to 90 degree is cooled by air at 20 degrees centigrade, flowing over both the sides parallel to plate at 2 meter per second. Calculate the initial rate of cooling of the plate, neglect temperature gradient in the glass plate, and consider only forced convection. The density of the glass is given to be 2500 kg per cubic meter and or meter cube, and specific heat is a 0.67 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. So let us see what are the things are given here. The given is uh, initially the thing given over here is a velocity to be 2 meter per second, and area is a 1 meter square. Temperature is a 90 degree centigrade. So temperature is a 90 degree centigrade. T surface is a 90 degree 90 degree centigrade, and T surrounding is a 20 degree centigrade. The properties of air at a mean temperature T film is equal to T S minus T infinity divided by 2, that is equal to 90 plus 20 divided by 2, that turns to be 55 degree centigrade. So for that 55 degree centigrade, if I have to find out the properties of uh, properties of air, right? At 55 degrees centigrade, the fluid is air. That's why that is very important. And the temperature is at a mean temperature. We can find out this from the data handbook, as we have done in the earlier problem. Density is equal to 1.076 kg per meter cube. Viscosity is 18.97 into 10 to the power minus 6 meter square per second, and K value to be 0.0286 watt per meter degree centigrade, and Prandtl number is equal to 0.696. We are supposed to find out the Reynolds number by using UL by nu. So here U is equal to 2 into 1, area is we have taken as 1, and it is a 18.97. If I find what is the Reynolds number turns to be 2 into that is comes to be 1.05 into 10 to the power 5. So this is actually smaller than 5 into 10 to the power 5. So which is considered the value for a turbulent flow. So here we get the flow is a laminar. So once again we got the flow to be laminar. So the correlation used is a Nusselt number is equal to 2nu local, that is equal to 2 into 0.332 to the power Reynolds to the power zero point 0.5 and Prandtl to the power 0.33. So Nusselt number average is equal to 0.664 into, right, 0.664 into Reynolds number, we got 1.05 into 10 to the power 5, and Prandtl number is 0.696 to the power 0.333. So on finding that one, average Nusselt number is equal to 191.06. So Nusselt number is equal to H average L by K, or H value if I have to find out Nusselt number into K by L. By using that one, we got 191.06 into 0.0286 divided by L, that is a 1. So H value turns to be 5.64 watt per meter square Kelvin. So next we have to find out Q value. Q value is equal to both the sides we have to take, so two sides into heat transfer coefficient. The plate has been given, both the sides we have to consider here T S minus T infinity. So that is equal to 2 into 5.46 into area is taken as to be 1, and 90 minus 20. So Q value turns to be 77, right? It turns to be 777 watt. One more part is being given here is we are supposed to find out the initial rate of cooling of the plate. So to find find initial initial rate of cooling, initial rate of cooling of a plate. We can consider Q is equal to M into Cp into delta T. So Q is equal to M into Cp into delta T. So M is equal to, we can, to find out the mass flow rate. If I want to find out, I can use the one more formula, that is equal to area into thickness, right, into density of the glass. So this formula we can use to find out the mass flow rate. So mass flow rate is equal to, here is a area 1 meter, thickness is 3 mm given. So to convert into meter, I have to divide it by 1000. Then density is a 2500. If I convert this one, it will turns to be 7.5 kg. The mass flow rate, mass is a 7.5 kg. If I use that one to the next calculation, I can find here now the delta T. Delta T is equal to Q by M into Cp. So if I use this one, Q into M into Cp, or delta T, if I have to find out, delta T is equal to 777 divided by 7.5 into 0.67 into 10 to the power 3. That is equal to 0.155 degree centigrade per second. This is the heat transfer rate. In this problem, let us see air at 27 degrees centigrade and 1 atmosphere flows over a flat plate of 2 meter per second. Calculate the boundary layer thickness at a distance of 20 centimeter and 40 centimeter from the leading edge of the plate. Assuming unit depth in z direction, the plate is heated over its entire length to a temperature of 60 degrees centigrade. Calculate heat transferred in first 20 centimeter of the plate, second one, the first 40 centimeter of the plate. So the given thing over here is the air to 27 degrees centigrade. That is a T infinity or T surrounding is a 27 degrees centigrade, and the temperature of the surface is a 60 degree centigrade, and velocity, one atmosphere velocity is given to be 2 meter per second. So to find the film temperature, we should have the two temperature, that is the Ts plus T infinity divided by 2, and in this case it turns to be 27 plus 60 divided by 2, that is a 43.5 degrees centigrade. And once again, the fluid is a air. As we know, we have to consider what is the fluid, that is a air in this case. So properties of air is taken from the data handbook. As per the 8th edition, we'll get the from the data handbook. The values are nu, that is viscosity is 17.36 into 10 to the power minus 6 meters square per second. Then thermal conductivity K value to be 0.02749 watt per meter Kelvin, and Prandtl to be zero point 0.7, and Cp is a 1.006 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. So if I have to see what is the from the first 20 centimeter of the plate, if I have to find out what is the heat transfer from the from first 20 centimeter of the plate we have to consider Reynolds number is equal to rho ul by mu, or I can use ul by nu. So both are correct. So if you are using that one, it is 2 into 0.2 by 7.376 into 10 to the power minus 6, and Reynolds number turns to be 27580. So once again, flow is a laminar. Flow is a laminar. Flow will be laminar in this case also. So to find out the boundary layer thickness, So here the question asked is the what is the boundary layer thickness. So we have to find out the boundary layer thickness, that is equal to delta Hx is equal to 5x into Reynolds to the power zero point 0.5 minus a 0.5. So if I using that one, 5 into 2 into 10 to the power minus 2, that is the distance. First she has told at a boundary layer from 20 centimeter. So we have to convert this one centimeter to meter. That's why this conversion factor, that is a centimeter to meter. Then Reynolds number is we got as a 27580 to the power zero point 0.5, right? That is a minus zero point 0.5. So we'll get uh, the boundary layer thickness to be 6.02 into 10 to the power minus 4 meter. So Nusselt number tells to be 0.332 into Reynolds to the power zero point 0.5 and Prandtl to the power 0.333. So once that is we substitute the values of Reynolds and Prandtl number, uh, we will get the Nusselt number to be 48.96. We will get a Nusselt number to be 48.96. So to find a local heat transfer coefficient, heat transfer coefficient, right? To find out that one, I have got a Hx is equal to Nu x by K into L. So this Nusselt number we got as a 48.96 in the earlier step, and K value is 0.0274 divided by L is a 0.2. So H value is to be 6.7 watt per meter square Kelvin. The average heat transfer coefficient, the average heat transfer coefficient is a HL is equal to Hx, that is equal to 6.7. So that turns to be 13.4 watt per meter square Kelvin. Therefore, the next step is to find out the Q value. To find out the Q value is H into, that is the average value, into area. Area is surface area, and T surface minus T infinity. So H value here it is a 12 point H value is a 6.7 is a, sorry, it is a 13.4. It is not 12.4. It is a 13.4, and the area is to be zero point 0.2, and that is a length, and this is a 60 minus a 27. So if I use this one, it turns to be 81.18 pattern. So same step, we have to repeat the calculation for a 40 centimeter. So what is varying here? 40 centimeter. While doing the calculation, the x value. So in the earlier step, the changes that have been to be noticed is for a 40 centimeter length, I have to take a delta x, delta hx is equal to 5 into x. Here Reynolds to the power zero point 0.5, no, here this x value is a 0.4 instead of a 0.2. And the next one is well using L, right? Here in the hx value nu by k L. This L value is not 2. In this case, it is a zero point 0.4. Otherwise, all the steps, right? What we have followed for 20 centimeter holds good here also. In this way, we can find out the value for a 40 centimeter also. Let us see this problem. Engine oil at 60 degrees centigrade flows over 5-meter long plate whose temperature is 20 degrees centigrade with a velocity of 2 meters per second. Determine the total drag force and rate of heat transfer per unit width of the entire plate. So what has been given here is the fluid is a engine oil. The fluid is a oil, not air. Fluid is a oil and it is at a 60 degrees centigrade. So the 60 the mm, surface is at a 60 degree centigrade and the surrounding is at a 20 degree centigrade. Over flat plate, the length is of a 5 meter whose temperature is given and velocity is given to be 2 meter per second. Determine the drag force. So we are supposed to find out the drag force and the rate of heat transfer. So to find out the drag force, we have to use uh, the FD value, right? The drag force is given by CFX into A rho U square by 2. So this correlation once again is available in the handbook. In the handbook on the notation side, we can use that one. To start with the problem, here the given values we have taken. So properties of the film temperature. The film temperature is Ts minus T infinity divided by 2. That is a 60 plus 20 divided by 2 is a 40 degree centigrade. For the engine oil, the properties at 40 degree centigrade, density is 876 kg per meter cube and viscosity is 241 into 10 to the power minus 6 meter square per second. K value to be 0.1442 watt per meter degree centigrade. Prandtl number is 2870. Cp value is taken as a 1964 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. So we are supposed to find out the Reynolds number. The Reynolds number is found out by the formula Re is equal to U L by nu. U is a 2 meter per second and the length it has been given. Uh, Length has been mentioned here is mm, viscosity. Of course, we know that it is given to be 241 into 10 to the power minus 6. Only case is a length. Length is a 5 meter that has been mentioned over here. So if I substitute here, I'll get the answer to be 4.41 into 10 to the power minus 4. So 4.141 into 10 to the power minus 4. So it is a once again we have got a Reynolds number to be laminar, right? The friction coefficient can be found out by using for the laminar flow. The friction coefficient is found out as 1.324 Reynolds number to the power point minus 5, that is equal to 1.324 into 4 pointer. It is not 4.14. This is slightly changes here. So I found out that answer to be 4.194. So 194 into 10 to the power 4, right? 10 to the power 4 and to the power minus zero point 0.5. So CFX is equal to 6.51 into 10 to the power minus 3. So FD, the force draft force, will get a CFX area rho U square by 2, and by substituting this value we'll get the FD value to be 57.2 Newton. The Nusselt number is determined by the formula HL by K, that is a 0.332 Reynolds to the power zero point 0.5 and Prandtl to the power 0.33. That turns to be 959. So average heat transfer coefficient HL is equal to 2 into Hx, that is equal to 55.2 watt per meter square Kelvin. If I have to find out the Q value, I can use the formula H into A into T infinity by T surface. So substituting the values, we'll get this has to be 11,040 watt, right? 11,040 watt, that is a heat transfer rate. In this problem, here the a long uh, 10 centimeter pipe which is having external surface of temperature 110 degree centigrade passes through some open area that is not protected against the wind. Determine the rate of heat loss from the pipe per unit length when the area is 1 atmosphere pressure and 10 degrees centigrade. The wind blowing across the pipe is at a velocity of 8 meter per second. So the velocity is given as 8 meter per second, and the temperatures are the T surface temperature is 110 degrees centigrade and T surrounding temperature is a 10 degree centigrade. And length that is given as a 10 centimeter. The profile of the shape of the pipe is a cylindrical. So this is not a this is very important when we consider the surface area, that is a pi dl. It is not a length into breadth like in the earlier case. So the T film is a 110 plus 10 divided by 2, that is a 60 degree centigrade. For 60 degree centigrade, I have to take the fluid temperature of the air at a 60 degree centigrade. So K value is to be given as a here. If you see, the K value is 0.2. K value is 0.2808. Prandtl number is 0.7202, and kinematic viscosity is 18.96 into 10 power minus 6. Substituting these values, we'll get the Reynolds number to be ud by nu. So velocity is given and we have the diameter and nu. So substituting all these values, we get the Reynolds number 42190, which is less than for the external flow. If it is less than 5 into 10 to the power 5, we consider this as a laminar. So this is a laminar flow. So from the data handbook, we have got a correlation Nu D is equal to 0.35 plus 0.56 Reynolds to the power 0.52, and here to the Prandtl to the power 0.333. So Nusselt number comes to be 128. So Nusselt number is equal to Hd by K. So here, substituting these values of Nusselt number K and D, the H value comes to be 35.9 watt per meter square degree centigrade. So Q value is equal to HA into delta T, and area is pi dl. Because the shape is a cylinder, we have to use the pi dl. Substituting these values of a pi dl and this Q value, will get as a 1093 watt. So this is the heat transfer that is taking across the pipe of the steam pipe. In this problem, air stream at 24 degrees centigrade flowing at a 0.4 meter per second across 100 watt bulb at 130 degrees centigrade. If the bulb is approximated by 60 dia sphere, calculate the heat transfer rate and percentage of power lost due to convection. Given things over here is a u, that is a velocity is a 0.4 meter per second, and temperature Ts is 130 degrees centigrade and T surrounding is 24 degrees centigrade, and diameter is 65 mm. So to convert data, I have to convert into meter. Then the properties of the fluid at a mean temperature is known, but here one thing to be known: the shape is a sphere. It is not a cylinder. So shape is sphere. So the film temperature, the that is 130 plus 130 plus 24 divided by 2. The whatever average temperature we'll get. If you find that one, that is 130, 154 by 2, that is 7, 70, yeah, it is a 2 sevens, then it is a 77 degree, uh, 77 degrees centigrade. For the that properties, if you measure the properties is a 2.08 kinematic viscosity, 10 to the power 5 meter per second. K is equal to 0.03 watt per meter degree centigrade, and Prandtl is a 0.697. So if I have to find the Reynolds number is equal to 0.4 into 0.065 into 2 uh, 2.08 into 10 to the power minus 5, that comes to be 1250. So Reynolds number is a if you for the sphere, if you see the range for the Reynolds number between 17 to 70,000 for the sphere, the Nusselt number, the correlation is 0.37 Reynolds to the power zero point 0.6. So here we know that Nusselt number is Hd by K, that is equal to 0.37 Reynolds to the power zero point 0.6. So H value turns to be K by D into 0.37 into Reynolds 1250 to the power zero point 0.6, and H turns to be 12.32 watt per meter square degree centigrade. To find the Q value, next one, to find out the Q value, we have got H into A into uh, delta T. Here area is a pi d square, right? Pi d square, that is because it is a shape is a sphere. Otherwise, we have to see the shape what is the, and accordingly area has to be, that is surface area. So here it is a 12.32 pi into 0.065 square into 130 minus 24, and that comes to be 17.33 watt. To find out what is the percentage power lost due to convection, we can find out that one as a rate of heat transfer, the rate of heat transfer due to convection, by wattage of the bulb, wattage of a bulb into 100. So that is equal to 17.32 into 100 watt into 100. If you this get cancels actually here in this case, since the wattage is 100, and it turns to be 17.32 percentage. So that is the power loss, the percentage of power lost due to convection.